Did you know that in the world of investments, it's important not only to earn but also to preserve your assets? Aurum is not just a platform, it's an entire ecosystem that combines advanced financial tools with reliable data protection. We are your personal financial mentor, where security and innovation go hand in hand. With Aurum, you gain access to a unique ecosystem, including a non-custodial Web 3.0 wallet, the AI Trader EX system for automated trading powered by artificial intelligence, and analytics to support your investments every step of the way. Aurum is not only about trading convenience, but also about multi-layered asset protection, thanks to cutting-edge encryption technologies and security protocols. Join our community, create an account, top up your balance, and start earning with Aurum today. After all, your investments deserve the best. Aurum, an ecosystem leading you to a stable and secure future.
I don't know about you, but I'm all for leading towards a stable and secure future. Hey, drop a one in the comments for me if that is you. My name's Jeff Ross. I'm normally from Tasmania, Australian, so yeah, I do have an Aussie accent. But for the last 3 months, I have been on an amazing adventure with my family of five here over across here in USA. We started in Florida. We're now in LA, and we've just been having an absolute amazing time. And it's all thanks to Aurum that's been able to help fund that amazing 3 month adventure for sure. Now, this call is for the troublemakers. It's for the misfits. It's for the crowd that doesn't want to go with the status quo and is ready to be on the right side of history. It's for those who want to ride the wave and not be squashed by the wave. Let us know where you're tuning in from around the globe. Drop a one in the comments for me if you're as fired up as I am here to be in this amazing Aurum community. And drop a two in the comments if one of our amazing affiliates, a part of our community, has invited you to come and explore this opportunity for yourself. Now, to be very transparent, I'm not a financial advisor. I am an affiliate of this company and I've done very, very well for myself over the last 7 months. My family and I are absolutely thriving in this space. So everything that I'm sharing is from personal experience. Now, I want you to do your own research. I want you to do your own due diligence. I believe this is a leadership conversation. It's one of empowering you and equipping you to set you up for success so you can make the most informed decision for yourself. If everybody's okay with that, drop a 444 in the comments for me. And just so we've got a bit of an agreement with each other that we're locked in here to learn how to unlock this amazing wealth engine. Now, I'm going to share the products that we have on the shelf here. I'm also going to share for those of you who are like myself, when you find something that you just can't stop talking about and you want to share it out with your friends and family and loud and proud from the rooftops, we might as well get rewarded for it. And that's called our affiliate partner program at the end too. But to be very clear, this program, the affiliate side of things, it's not for everyone. Most people just want to come in here and put their money to work and get more bang for their buck. And that is okay too. I would say probably 85% of our community is doing just that. But there are a handful of people here who have invited people to these calls who are leveraging our amazing compensation plan. In the last 7 months, I have been personally able to unlock $375,000 from the compensation plan alone. I have personally six figures invested on the products I'm about to share with you. So let's get started. Thank you very much for seeing the 444s there and the 11s. It's so good to see so many people here from the Sunshine Coast, from Australia, from America, from Europe. It's so cool. All right, let me share my screen here with this presentation and we will get started with tonight's call. All right, got a good one here lined up for you. Been playing around with the slides to improve it and keep tweaking it and keep adjusting it, right? Continue to share this window, continue to share. Can I just get a 111 in the comments that you guys can see my slides okay? It looks like it's all good on my end. I did one of these presentations the other day and everything completely was going right. And, I got to the end and said, Jeff, your slides weren't being shared. Even the best of us still have mistakes every now and then. Cool. All right. Thank you. It looks like we're being shared. So, welcome to Aurum. So, what is Aurum? Well, Aurum is an AI finance company first and foremost. who is working in the decentralized fintech space. Essentially, fintech just means financial and tech combined. And the decentralized space is here is taking the power away from the big people and giving it to us, taking it away from the banks and giving it back to us. As I said, this call is for the ones who want to challenge the status quo, the ones who want to be on the right side of history as we start to see this new emerging space starting to really unfold. Now, crypto, decentralization, fintech companies have been around a little while now. Bitcoin's going over 20 plus years. But as we're starting to now get into this whole world of AI is disrupting the world as we know it. The internet disrupted the world. The tractor disrupted the world. We've had revolutions go through this pattern. And the ones, if you study history like I do, I like to look back and say like the 1929 crash. There was more self-made millionaires at the end of that conversation than there has been in any other time in history. I truly believe that we're in an inception of the same sort of pinnacle here in this new revolution that we're all seeing here. I believe that there are going to be more self-made millionaires made in the next 5 to 10 years alone than have ever been done in the time. But we need to be on the right side of that conversation. And if you're here on this call, you are one of those people. So welcome. Now, as I said, just to repeat this disclaimer, this presentation is meant to be shared for information about our project and should be never taken as financial advice or a guarantee of results. Every investment carries risk, and your outcomes depend on your personal skills, market understanding, and risk tolerance. That said, there are a lot of people here who are activating their bots and putting them to work and are winning from day one. However, everything comes with risk. So you've got to come into this space with your own informed decision making and come into it with what you're willing to come into this space, risk versus reward type conversation. Yeah. So we are backed up here by an amazing corporate head office. I'm just one of the amazing affiliates here that's a part of this community. And we have a really cool leadership that I'm going to walk you through from a head office point here. We've got 35 top tier professionals with extensive experience in the finance, blockchain, and AI driven space. Transparently, 3 years ago, I absolutely knew nothing about this space. I am one of the guys where you say is a product of the product, learning as we go, throwing myself into the deep end with their amazing community and just being a guide on the journey. And that's what I love about what we're building here. We're all building this together. We're working together. And we've got people who are been in this space for a little while now, over 12 years average experience team per member here. And people who used to work for people like companies like Binance, Morgan Stanley, IBM, Wise of all places. And so it's good to know that we have people who have been there and done that and navigated this space for a little while now, and they're helping us to steer this in the right direction. When I first was introduced, Josh got on the phone on January 3rd and he said, Jeff, I've got to introduce you to this new opportunity. It's called Aurum. My very first question I always like to ask when anything comes across my plate is who is the leadership of this company? What do they look like? Have they got experience in this space? And I reckon that's a very wise question to ask because what I love about what we're doing here is we're doing it the right way with proven people who have been there and done that in the past. Brian Benson, go Google him yourself. You'll see that he talks like on the Forbes Financial Council, the Satoshi Roundtable, some of the most notable speaking and stages events here in the blockchain, in the DeFi space. Not only that, he was the director of Latin America at Binance when it started to become the billion-dollar unicorn company that we know as today. He's part of helping to drive this digital success here and shaping innovation with what we're doing in this space. He's someone who's already done this with Binance and is here to do it again with us. I have a quick video that I want to share a message from Brian before we keep moving on. Let me play that for you.
We're on a mission to create 1,000 millionaires that don't have $1 million today. So if we can come up with a system whereby there's hundreds of thousands of people in there, but 1,000 of these people turn into millionaires, then those assets are inside of our platform. That turns us into a unicorn right away. And so that's really the goal that I have as an executive at the company is how do we get people that don't have $1 million today to get them to $1 million through saving, through yield bearing assets, through a lot, compounding interest through a lot of these things that have been around for a long time, but that not everyone in the world uses. And these are tools that are super important to get us there. So that's how we're measuring it internally, is if we can get to the point where we have 1,000 people that have become millionaires through our system and through working with our products, then that gets us really close to the unicorn valuation. And we want to be a fintech unicorn. I think Binance was the fastest fintech unicorn ever in the history. Yeah. I think it took less than 6 months. We used to have a slide about that in our pitch deck. So I'm pretty sure I've done this before. I've been involved in one of the fastest growing fintech unicorns in the world. And I think what we have at Aurum is actually very similar to when I started at Binance.
Now, this video right here was actually produced probably well over 10, if not 12 months ago. And I'm really happy to say that being one of the affiliates on this journey, when they started the program 12 months ago, they only had 7,500 affiliates. Now we have over 300,000 affiliates within that 12-month period. So we're well on our way to becoming that billion-dollar company. I believe that we're so close to it hitting already. And I heard from Brian the other day that we've already set a new goal to be a $10 billion company by the end of 2027. Now, if you want to be one of those 1,000 millionaires that he's mentioning on that mission, I know I'm on that journey. I'm aiming to be a millionaire this year through Aurum, and I'm here to help bring people with us on this journey. Drop a 777 in the comments if you would like to be one of those. But hey, even if you don't hit $1 million, maybe you only hit 500,000 or 200,000 or even 100,000. That's still some life transforming money, right? To be able to help, upgrade your life. I've been the person who has actually been homeless. 13 years ago, my wife and I moved to Tasmania in Australia. We had a vision to start a new life. We had a 2-year-old and we had a 4-month-old at home. And we moved to Tasmania, because we just needed a fresh start in our life early on in our marriage. My wife had just lost her mother, and it was a pivotal moment, an inception moment in our time. We moved to Tasmania thinking, well, we'll just get down there and we'll get a rental, no problem at all. Now, I didn't know when we moved to Tasmania that they have a rental credit history thing, and that really affected us. So we were actually homeless for 3 months when we started our life. So this is coming from someone who has built this business up from the backbone of doing hard work and getting in there and figuring it out as we go. Now that's 13, 14 years on now, and I'm well on my way to being a millionaire here with Aurum and this amazing opportunity. Now, it might not take you 14, 15 years. It might only take you 5 or 6 months. It is what it is. But I wanted to share that part of that story with you, because if I can do this, you can too, when you're plugging in with the right community. And Brian Benson, I couldn't be happier to have a CEO of our company that is there leading the way. We also have people like Andrew Isaacs, who is our Chief Operating Officer. He was working for Galaxy Digital. He worked for Morgan Stanley. He worked for Evancore. He has personally managed over $23 billion in transactions over the last 18 years. So knowing someone that someone who's at the helm with the structure and the execution and helping us to really scale this system up to that $10 billion company, I believe that we have the best corporate leadership that we could ever have in any opportunity that looks and feels like this. This is what helps us to eclipse us already from everything else out there, is our corporate leadership, let alone we have some of the best products on the marketplace. Let me walk you through some of those products and some of our key achievements. Now, this slide, it is out of date, and we're building, we're growing so fast that we can't keep up to date with these slides here. There is close to almost $1 billion in the trading volume now. As I said, there's already 300,000 affiliates that are actually a part of the Aurum community. We've launched 8 amazing products, and let me walk you through some of them products. Before we do, I think this is a very important note here to take as well, is, they're doing things the right way. Actually, I would say that I heard from Brian himself the other day. He said that we're not actually trying to be part of the curve. We're trying to set the curve. We're trying to set the standard, if you will, of how to operate and create a space that is regulated and structured, that will be compliant with what we need to do here. So we've got registration in Poland, in Dubai, in Hong Kong, and of all places, the Neuro Technologies Corp is actually registered in Vancouver, Canada, one of the toughest places in the world world, especially when it comes to the crypto conversation, to get your business registered there. We are doing things the right way. We are setting the trend and we are setting the curve for people to follow us and, be the best, be the first, and go and eclipse and everything else in that space. And you heard from Brian in that message before at the very beginning, to create an ecosystem, to create a banking-like system where it puts the control back in our hands and helps us to leverage our money to get most bang for our buck. Now, to get access to this community, this ecosystem, it's just $20 per year. 20 USDT. Now, if you're new to this, now I was actually just talking to an ex-senator today from Missouri, right? He's seeing what we're doing here with Aurum, and he said to me, says, Jeff, I have never bought 1 cent of crypto in my whole life. But what we've got here with Aurum, I'm intrigued. I want to go ahead and really get into this and look at it from the inside out rather than judging a book from its cover. But I need your help. And that's what we're building here is a community of building a safe place for people to come and explore this conversation. People who have been scared from the crypto space before because it's so overwhelming. We host a call Monday to Thursday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is the Fund Your Bot call, to be able to give you crypto 101 basics, to give you Aurum 101 basics, to give you empowerment and equipment, to be able to set you up for success, to teach you how to fish rather than fishing for you, right? But what you're going to do is you're going to take $20, you're going to take that into an exchange, you're going to convert that from fiat to cryptocurrency. In this case, it's USDT, and you're going to activate your subscription for just $20 a year. That'll give you access to the complete product suite, the affiliate program, everything Aurum has to offer in its ecosystem. So I'm going to walk you through some of our main products here that we have available here. Now, as I said, we have 8 products on the shelf. I'm not going to walk you through every single product tonight. I'm going to walk you through what we call our Nero, which is our world's first non-custodial AI agent. We're going to talk about the XAI trading bot. And we're also going to talk about the real world assets, plus a few other little things around that as well. And then we'll wrap up tonight's call with our partner program. But before we do, I just want to kick off each little section here with one of the videos that Aurum has to share with us, just to help it create some base information here. And I just see our amazing, awesome leader here, who's actually in Dubai, living up life. Josh Belts here, jump on the call too. How are you, Josh?
Man, I'm amazing. Hey, crazy enough, my flight got delayed by 30 minutes, so I got to push the driver back 30 minutes. And I wanted to jump on just for a second and say hello to everyone and just how excited we are about what's happening here at Aurum. Right behind me is the tallest building in the world, if you've ever heard of the Burj Khalifa, right? And when you look at this city, I've said this every day this week that I've been on these calls, that this was nothing more than a dream 2 decades ago. All right. Now it's one of the most sought out places for people to live, for people to travel to, and one of the most remarkable, efficient countries in the entire world that's also very favorable for crypto and financial markets to be able to be successful. So I wanted to come to you live just for a second. I'm about to head to the airport, headed back to America after being in Turkey with the Aurum leadership, being here at the corporate offices in Dubai. So I'm here to report to you live. This isn't just a digital company. This isn't just something that you've seen on the internet. I've been with all the leaders, with Brian Benson, with Ahmed, the entire team, Shan Moran. Like, guys, it is amazing what we have here on our hands. And Jeff, I love you have an ex-senator that's excited to get a part of this. Guys, we have attorneys, we have doctors, we have people that are millionaires left and right that are involved in this. But what's more beautiful to me than that is we have everyday people that's never had access to something like this. And that's where my heart explodes. I've made a lot of rich people a lot of money being 14 plus years in the traditional finance space and banking world. But what thrills my heart is being able to help the people that never really had a chance, that never really knew the right information. And even if they knew the information, they didn't have access to the tools because it was unaffordable or inaccessible. So now it has been made available to you. So I'm about to head and enjoy my flight back to America. I just want to say to every single one of you, and Jeff as well, there's so much appreciation and love within this team. I love what Aurum is doing as a global ecosystem, but even on top of that, I love even more what we're doing as a community and the way that we show up for each other and the way that we fight to make sure that everybody wins, right? We see this, even though I'm in Dubai right now, I'm going to say it. We saw a leader that we all love from our favorite book that said he'll leave the 99 for the one. All right. And what we're doing here in our community is making sure the one doesn't get left behind. All right. But you got to try really hard not to win here. And that means just avoid us and run from us. All right. But as long as you're with us, you're winning, and it's impossible not to win. So, Jeff, I appreciate you so much for taking over this call today. You always do such a phenomenal job. Just give it up in the chat box if you're enjoying this so far. And listen, we're just getting this show started. 6,000 people have showed up, and I'm telling you, over the next 6 months, I can see just our organization going 50 to 100,000 plus people. All right, it's time to win, and this is our moment now. Do not miss out on this. I love you all, and I will see you back from America really soon. Jeff, back to you, brother.
Thanks, Josh. And as I was just sharing, with our ex-senator friend, he was also someone who is, has been in the MLM industry, in the affiliate market industry, whatever label you want to throw on it all. He was very big up in Amway back in the day. And, come back to me, he said, Jeff, I've looked at a lot of things, and I actually said, probably 15 years ago, I'm never touching MLM, affiliate marketing, online, direct sales, whatever you want to call it, ever again. But hey, this has got my attention. I guess I'm swallowing my words and I'm actually coming back into the game. So if that can take someone, of that caliber and transform their thinking, I truly believe that we've got something not everybody wants, but someone everybody needs. Josh mentioned that we've got, 6,000 people in our team. We started at January 3rd to today. It is July, 28th, 2026. Globally, the company only started with the affiliate side of the program probably about 15 to 18 months ago, and there's 300,000 affiliates. Now, that's happened all in the last 12 months. And so we've got something here that is very exciting. Let me introduce you to our first product on the shelf here, which is Nero, the world's first non-custodial AI trading agent.
Today's technology delivers results that seemed just a few years ago. Decisions that once took...
Sorry, guys. I thought I had been very, very clever here, and I just clicked it on the slide. It'll take you over to the video, and it'll do its thing back on YouTube, and I'll go back to my presentation. But tested it out about 10 different ways before I went live, and it was all working, and now it's not. But anyway, let me play the video.
Today's technology delivers results that seemed impossible just a few years ago. Decisions that once took weeks now happen in fractions of a second. Artificial intelligence has rewritten the rules across every industry, and trading is no exception. The Aurum ecosystem presents Nero, a new generation of trading agents that work for you around the clock, following a precise algorithm. Connect your wallet, choose a strategy, the agent takes over. It handles everything on its own, allocates your funds to a DEX through the smart contract, executes trades on-chain, and continuously fine-tunes the strategy based on real-time market data. Fully non-custodial architecture. Control over your funds stays with you, secured at the smart contract level. Profits are withdrawn instantly. Your deposit is available for return within 48 hours. Intelligent architecture powered by the most advanced LLMs, real-time market data, and millions of processed scenarios. Quantum Alpha, the first Nero agent running live trades, 31.4% over the past 30 days. Step into a new era of wealth built by AI. Connect your wallet and launch your Nero agent inside the Aurum back office.
All right, there you go. So
wait, you don't write anything down after conversation?
This is podcast.
But there you go. That is a quick introduction to Nero. So let me quickly unpack some of the other things here that we need to understand of how this all works so you can be equipped with the most informed information that you need. Let me just make sure I'm going back to my slide here. Share. Doing this all on my own tonight, guys. I normally have someone helping me out do this. So bear with me. All right. So as we said, we got AI non-custodial trading agent, meaning basically this is using smart contracts. It's connecting with the AI agent and connecting up to like a Web3 wallet, like Trust Wallet or MetaMask or Exodus Wallet or whatever many wallets that are out there, right? So it's connecting your wallet up to it. So you've got control over your funds and you basically deposit the money onto the bot. The bot does its thing. and it executes the trades for you. You can see the longs and the shorts, the losses and the wins on the execution there with the Nero trading bot, and you can withdraw that anytime. Now, I personally did this when we first started. I started with an experiment of $1,000 on April 2026. I wanted to see how quickly I could double that $1,000 and turn it into $2,000. I'm proud to say that I did that in 2 weeks, 2 months and 1 week. I did that in 2 months and 1 week. What I did was I just kept reinvesting the profits back in using the compounding effect. And this AI trading bot we're seeing around about, on average, 30% ROI per month leveraging this new technology here. So it's non-custodial architecture, giving you full control of the executions at the protocol level. It's AI driven execution. Now, I've looked at trading for a long time, and you can ask a lot of my friends who have tried to get me into trading for over the years. And I'm the type of person that if I've got to sit and stare at screens and execute the trades myself, it's probably not going to happen because I've got ADHD and I'm working on all these other things, and I'm probably going to lose a lot of money. So I never really went down that road. But when I found, AI was doing the work for me, and I could just sit back and let the AI do the thing and take the emotion and the reaction out of the trades, I was all for it. So this is doing just that, taking the human bias out of the equation, using on-chain transparency, and using that, the system level scalability in this space. Nero only launched April 2026, but in that 2.5, 3 months that it's been going now, it's very serious, impressively what they've created here, and people are very happy what they're seeing here leveraging this AI technology. Just ask anybody in our community who is leveraging the bot. Now, if you're new to this community and someone's invited you to this conversation, reach out to that person to ask your questions from them. And we do have an open community Q&A, as I said, which is the Fund Your Bot calls, to answer all of those questions here too. So I'm not going to answer too many questions tonight. My job here today is just to give you the information to start the exploration journey for you. Now, I can see all of the comments coming through on the chat. So we've got over 100 people on this call. So thank you very much for everybody who's engaging, and playing along with us here on this call, because this is cool. This is getting the word out, and we're growing every day. We have our own app, which is a neobank app on the Google Play Store, on the Apple Store. And so you can get access to the entire ecosystem on the app stores there. We've also even got our own card that you can take the commissions or the profits that you're making from your bot, and using the Aurum card to convert the crypto back into fiat currency for you. Just tap and pay. That's what I've been doing on this amazing adventure. I've been using my Aurum profits here to pay for our trip across USA. Actually, I'm going to Disneyland in just a couple of days, and I used Aurum card to pay for our Disneyland tickets for our family of five. It's worked everywhere. I haven't come across anywhere yet that the card hasn't worked for me with the neobank card here. And so very, very happy with what we've got. So the ecosystem essentially includes, several bots. There's a couple of bots that I'm going to show you today, the XAI bot and the Nero bot. We do have another one, which is the Zeus bot. I personally haven't played around with that too much. So I'm a big believer in, integrity, and, only talking about the products that I have personally used and been a product of the product. There are people in our community that have used the Zeus bot quite well. And so I would recommend that you reach out to those people or come along to one of our Q&A calls. We've got our Aurum card. We've got our partner team, which I'm going to walk you through very shortly. And you can see everything, on this space here in the Neobank app. So we've also got real world assets as another product that they just launched a couple of months ago in the gold space. We also do have another one that hasn't launched yet, but I know there's another one coming in the in the resort space on Bali. So real world assets on Bali resorts. But so we've just introduced the first one probably around about 3 months ago as well. And, people can now actually go ahead and purchase some gold and use the trading bot on the gold markets to play with that space as well. Here, I've got another video that I'm just going to share with you quickly to help you to play this and give you a foundation and understanding of what we're doing in the RWA space in the real world assets. And then we'll come back and unpack that a little bit more for you as well. Now, let's see if I've been clever enough here and I've clicked on it and this works this time. All right.
Opens a new era of investing. RWA
I'll have to figure that out, or I'll have to get one of my tech guys on here next time for me to do all this for me. But it's all right. I can juggle. I can pivot. Let's do the pivot dance. Here we go. Here's the video.
Aurum opens a new era of investing. RWA on our platform is the opportunity to own real-world assets as easily as any cryptocurrency. No barriers, no complexity, accessible to everyone. Real estate. Own square meters in the world's most promising regions and earn passive income while the property is still under development. Gold. Hold a fundamental asset while generating additional returns in the crypto market through the platform's algorithmic liquidity. Data centers. Secure passive income for life by acquiring a small share of a digital machine. No expensive servers, maintenance, or searching for buyers of computing power. You don't need to worry about anything. We handle everything. You receive the profit. And the biggest advantage? Liquidity. Aurum Exchange. Minimum effort, maximum opportunities.
So apologies, guys. I think I actually played the wrong video there. It was meant to be all about the real world assets. So that's all right. I can do it and we can talk about it on the presentation here. Let me get there. So obviously I got a little bit more tweaking to do this presentation. Josh put me under the bus and said, "Here, Jeff, you're presenting tonight. Where you go?" But that's okay. We can always do better and better out, can't we? So let's bring up the gold here. So basically the real world asset trading bot, it works on the gold market. And so what we're doing is saying we take, we can put our nominated amount. It could be 1,000, it could be 50,000, it could be whatever it is. What it's going to do is it's going to take 50% of that of your, say like you put $1,000 down, it's going to take $500 of that and it's going to put that away to gold allocation, which you could buy at 30% discount at spot price in 12 months time. So it'll take that time and you go and collect it and receive your gold allocation, either physical gold or tokenized gold when that's released in 12 months from the time that you purchase the pack. The other 50%, it's going to go to work on the futures and the gold market there for you and leveraging the trading bots and the trading technology to be able to see anywhere from 5 to 7% ROI per month on the gold markets there to be able to, leverage the gold futures in that space. And so we're leveraging AI-driven yield execution. So we're no longer just having to buy gold and store it. And, the great thing with gold and silver is, yes, you're putting your money aside in the savings and it's appreciating asset, but you only ever make money off it when you actually sell it, right? So this is taking 50% of the money and putting it aside into gold to be able to do just that, but also leveraging the yield execution and the AI-driven trading bots here to be able to see that 7 to 10% monthly ROI on the yield to be able to put the money to work as well. So we can leverage 50% of that and leveraging AI trading execution on that for us as well. It's pretty cool watching it all work. Now, there was a question that was there in the chat, and we'll answer that question. Is what are we actually trading on? Well, the real world assets is trading on the gold market, as I just explained. The Nero bot and the XAI trading bot is trading on the crypto markets. So it's basically doing the longs and the shorts and, the ups and the downs and all that sort of thing. So it's trading on Bitcoin, it's trading on XRP, Solana, 12 to 15 of the major crypto markets in that space, and all of the AI trading executions doing it for us in the background with its smart contracts for us. So, as I mentioned, with the gold, you can get in where you fit in. You can get started as little as $100, or you can put in $25,000 or more even. You can go and double up on your packs in that space as well. So 50% of it's going to go towards trading and 50% of it's going to go towards the futures in that space. So it's pretty cool just to know that you've got your money working for you, but you also got an appreciating asset that is going to be gold when you go and either collect it physically or you use the tokenized gold down the road. So the XAI trading bot is one of the foundation products that we have here in Aurum. This is the one that's actually been running since 2023. The Nero bot, the RWA bot, there's some of the newer products that have only just been launched this year. So it's an AI trading bot that's trading on the market, on the crypto market for us. As I said, on the major coins like Bitcoin and XRP and Solana and a few of the others, Ripple, just to name off few off the top of my head there. And it's using multi-pair trading, using the AI execution for us here. And we said we've got proven returns now for actually 3.5 years, not 2.5 years. So we started in February 2023. And as this slide here sharing is showing up to April 2026. Now you can see when it first started, this is why I love AI. The more data, the more information, the more execution it does, the smarter and the more efficient that it becomes, the artificial intelligence, right? So you can see here when we first started, 16 the first month, 13 the next, 18, 11. You can see it's a little bit sporadic, but as we've gone on into 25, into 26, we're seeing a pretty decent, healthy return and consistent return here, average around, 10 to 17% ROI per month. I don't know where you can see those type of returns in our traditional ecosystem. As I said at the very beginning of the conversation, sorry, guys. Someone's playing around in the background. Technology demons are going everywhere today. What is going on? Apologies, guys. Let me just fix that. All right, back on track. Sorry, guys. Let me bring up back the presentation for you. Here we go. As I was mentioning, we have our AI trading bot getting more efficient for us in that space. And it's good to know that we've actually got a program that's been running since 2023. It's got a proven history in there. Another good note to note is, the affiliate program side of this conversation only started around about end of to mid to 2025. This program, the affiliate side of things, this program was running well before an affiliate even got its opportunity to actually go and represent this amazing product for referral-based marketing. It had venture capitalist money. It had money from banks in this space already in the investment space. And this is before Brian Benson came along. And so you normally had to have some serious money to be able to even trading on this bot in the early days. And then Brian Benson come along and said, how about we open this up to everybody, the mums and dads and everybody in between, and create a community, create that $1 billion community here with those 1,000 millionaires leveraging this amazing product. And let's open it up for everybody. And hence that's why we are now got the affiliate program up and running. But it's good to know that this has already been running, and so it's not surviving on us affiliates. It's actually the other way around. We're expanding it and we're growing it, yes, but it doesn't need us affiliates to be able to operate this technology. It was already doing it well before us. So how do you get started? Well, as I said at the very beginning, it's just $20 to activate your subscription, and then you choose your nominated amount. We have some people who have started at just $100. We have some people who have put in multiple 6 figures into this and 7 figures into this technology already because they can, right? So when you've got something that is, essentially, our product is helping people to print money and make money in this space. Obviously, there's no guarantees in that. But, our experience time and time again has been reinforced into that. We're seeing 10 to 17% ROI depending on where you get in. Now, if you could only afford $100, great, do that. We've got people who have done that. I personally started with $1,000 in January 2026. So something here to note on this slide as well, you'll see the client share and the company share. Depending on where you get started, you're going to, see the profits of that go to you. So the client share you're seeing here, like at the $1,000 to $2,500 at the comfort level, you can see it's 12.5% return. And now the bot's doing its thing, right? It's going to trade at 16 or 17% ROI per month for the entire pool. And then wherever your level is at, you're going to see 70% of that or 30% of that or whatever, 70% or 25, 75, 95, whatever it is that you choose, right? So 70% of that's going to go towards your profit, and that's going to help your money keep doing what it does. And 30% of that's going to go to the company share. And that's what the company is actually paying out and running their business costs and paying out all their commissions. They're paying it out of the profits, not our original capital, out of the profits only. So it's very important to note that here with any of our bots, that the commissions are being paid from the profits depending on where you get in, right? So if you're at the ultimate level there, $50,000 or more trading on your bot, you're going to get more bang for your buck. You're going to see closer to that 17% because now we've got 95% of the profit coming to us and 5% of the company going to the profits going to the company. Whereas at the 100, it's 60-40, right? So you can start at whatever you start at. Let's say you start at 1,000 and you start reinvesting and you start winning on the affiliate program and you start topping it up even more and all that sort of thing, you just top up your account and it'll move up. So if you go up to 2,500 and you start to go into the 5,000, it'll just move up to the next package for you, and the bot will start performing at that level for you. It's all automated with the AI, right? So I think that's pretty self-explanatory. We're seeing 10 to 17% ROI on the per month as a projected company profitability. We haven't had a losing month yet in the 3.5 years that the bot has been executing. So here's a really good math model to really just highlight the fact here. So you're starting with $10,000, and we're operating at, let's say, 16% per month ROI. That $10,000 over 12 months is going to mature into $63,175. Now, some people have asked me, Jeff, how can you get so specific on that? Now, this is just a guesstimate. It's an educated guess, leveraging all of the data that it's done over the last 3.5 years to be able to create that projection in that space. The actual return may differ from the example provided, but it gives a pretty clear picture of what's going on here. Now, we also you want to treat this like it's a term deposit or a CD account for our American friends, right? So you're going to take your money, your 10,000, your 50,000, whatever it is, you put it into account and you put it into 12 months, a CD account, you've got to lock it in for 12 months before it does its thing and before you can access to it again. This works very similar to that in that space. And so you can withdraw your original funds, your capital, on the 1st, the 10th, and the 20th day of each month. However, you will wear an early redemption fee of 35%. As you can see here on this slide, though, let's say I put my 10,000 in on this example. We get it doing its work, month 4, month 5, month 6. Okay, oops, something's happened. I need to access the rainy day fund. Shit, I need to actually access my capital here that I got going on Aurum. As I said, you can withdraw it, and I've seen people do it. I've done it myself personally to test it all out and make sure it all works on the 1st, the 10th, and the 20th day of each month. You will wear that 35% fee. I've already tested that out, and that's cool. But you see here by month 5, month 6. Month 6 is $25,141 that has matured in that space. Even if I wear the 35% fee, I'm still well ahead here than my original capital at the $10,000, right? So we've got people, so put in what you can afford, get in what you can fit in that space. And I would say put the capital to work and only use capital that that you can leave in there for 12 months to see the best bang for its buck. Now, you can withdraw the profits. Personally, I would encourage you to reinvest the profits, so you're using the compounding effect, and you can start to see that money not just duplicate but multiply. But you can withdraw the profits, and we've got some people who are doing that. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not telling you what to do with your money. I'm just giving you some real-world case studies here so you can choose to do what's best for you and your family, right? Now, if you withdraw the profits, it's 1% withdrawal fee plus the network fee in that space. So let's say you put $100,000 on this bot. The $100,000 is doing its thing. You have the reinvest button turned off. So you're seeing around about $15,000 to $16,000, profit each month, and you can withdraw that profit on a weekly, on a daily, on a monthly basis, and however you want to do it with the 1% withdrawal fee plus its network fee, which depending on which network you choose to use. In that fee. Now, there's 0% fee for depositing in there, and it's a 0% fee for activating the fee. Just remember the 35% fee there for withdrawing early with the early redemption fee and the original principal. Now, also, if you do reinvest the money back on, like you're reinvesting, the top up amounts that you keep putting, whether it be daily or weekly or whatever it is, that's starting its own 365-day clock. The minimum deposit to get to pull out is 25 USDT. Okay, so that's some of our products. We've got more products on the shelf. They're the main ones at the foundation. Let me quickly walk you through here our amazing partner program. We just had Robin Jordan, who came on and shared her story a couple of nights ago. She started at $100 and she kept working the team and she kept building with me and she kept reinvesting back into it and leveraging this amazing program. She was able to turn that $100 as starting with her work ethic and getting started in that space and being smart and strategic in the way that she played the comp plan. And she's now just earned 140 odd thousand USDT in commission over the last 7 months. I personally started with 1,000 and I've earned 375,000. Josh, he's well eclipsed that number. We've had HP that introduced Josh at the very beginning of this space. He has actually withdrawn $10 million already from this program. So in 12 months, we've already made millionaires. We're making multiple millionaires. And I will truly believe that Brian is going to achieve that mission within the next 6 to 12 months, where we'll see that 1,000 millionaires globally. And so here's how the partner program it works. Essentially, we get paid on different types of income. Here's the extra bonus, the profit shares. Let me walk you through how they all work. Now, it's very important to know which product pays out and how we all benefit from it all. This is why I would say the XAI trading bot is the foundational primary product, because as you can see here, we all benefit on as a team, and you do as well, on every area, and we get paid on every area. The other products, we only get paid on certain areas, like the Aurum real world asset gold. We get paid on direct sales, we get paid on team sales, we get paid on legacy volume, the profit share, but it doesn't include anything to the shareholder bonus or the compounding. And the Zoo Spot only pays out on the profit share type sort of thing, right? The Nero only pays out on profit share and shareholder bonus, and it adds towards our legacy volume in that space. Each of these products have its own thing around that. And once again, I'm just giving you a 10,000 foot view today, and if you've got some more detailed questions, please reach out to the person who invited you or come along to one of our community calls. So everybody starts at a Nova, and you only need three requirements to go all the way to the top of the comp plan, right? And we have had people already hit the top rank. They're actually including to add another rank to keep the comp plan going, right? Because we're all building in this space. So we're seeing some phenomenal growth in this space. So let me walk you through these three requirements. The first requirement that's really important to know is you need your personal contribution, right? So whether you start at $100, if you want to hit Vanguard, it means you need to top that up to $300 or if it's you wanting to hit Oracle, you need to make sure that you've got at least $3,000 on the XAI trading bot trading for you in that space to be able to count for your personal contribution, right? You can see here that legacy volume and is the XAI trading bot, it's the flash loan, it's the real world asset gold in that space, right? So each of these products help us to get our volume and our personal contribution requirements. So depending on what ranking you're looking to get started at, I would say, if you can do it, a really great place to start is starting at like $5,000 or $10,000, right? That's going to help you to hit these base ranks with your personal contribution. You're going to see your money work bigger for you and better for you in that space and put it to work whilst it's doing its thing. But hey, absolutely no judgment. As I said, we've got a lot of people who have only started at 500 or 100. You do you, right? So your personal contribution needs to be met for each requirement on each rank. The other requirement you need to know is about our trading volume. Essentially, this is broken up into two sections. We have our total trading volume, which is the total legacy volume in USDT on this slide here. And we have qualified legacy volume. On the compensation plan, it always refers back to LV, legacy volume, right? So in that space with the qualified. Now, you can see here when you do the math and you break it down, the qualified legacy volume is 40% of the trading volume. So whatever the missing points are, I normally work out what the missing points are that I need to hit the certain rank, and and I times it by 2.5 to get my total trading volume. So to hit the first rank, which is what we're doing here, essentially creating a Voyager factory and helping everybody to hit that first rank as soon as possible, you need $7,500 trading below your original position. You can have multiple positions, and we do have people who have created a family pack. They got like a parent and 3 children accounts or whatever that is. You just need a new email and a new mobile number to do just that. But to hit Voyager, you need to have $7,500 and at least $100 trading on the bot, $7,500 total in volume below your original position. So let's say this is the parent, this is the child. You're going to have at least $100 on the parent, and you're going to put, say, at least $7,500 in volume below that position to hit Voyager. That's all you need to do to hit that first rank. It's just 2 requirements. But moving forward, the third requirement is now we need ranks. So we need to go duplicate. And so to hit Vanguard, you essentially need to make sure you've got the total legacy volume requirement, the personal contribution requirement, and now you need to have at least 2 Voyagers in 2 separate ranks to hit the rank of Vanguard. All of this is in the back office for you to break it all down. Once you get to Prime, this is why I say we need 3 legs to go all the way to the top of the comp plan. you now need three legs that are ranking up, right? So you need to make sure that you've got the 625,000 in total volume. You've got at least $6,000 trading on your personal bot there with that space. And you've got at least, I believe at the top of my head, right, it's at least 2 Vanguard Pros and 1 Nexus to unlock the rank of Prime. And they need to be in 3 separate legs there to be able to hit that rank requirements. That'll pay the $10,000 bonus. All of these bonuses, they're paid out instantly. But here's where the serious money is. And this is why Josh, when we first started, we say, right, let's go and teach our team to build deep. Let's go 3 by 3 all the way down and teach the community to go do the same thing, because they're the requirements that we need to go all the way to the top of the comp plan. Now, technically, you can go build wide. You know, if you want to bring in 100 people personally directly, you can go put them all direct, and you hope that one of those, 3 of those 100 people are builders, and they're going to start ranking up for you to go and hit the rank requirements, because we've got a lot of people who have got all the volume, but they don't have the rank requirements to be able to hit the bonuses. And so the bonuses are paid out instantly. There's some pretty serious money in that. And here's, like you see at the top of the comp plan, we got 20,000, 50,000. Josh hit 100,000 the other day. I'm about to hit 100,000. Our friend Robin, she unlocked 2 ranks on the same night. She unlocked Elite and Magnet all on the same night and unlocked a $70,000 bonus day. That was a pretty awesome day. And this is USDT. So you convert that into, say, Australian dollars. That's close on 100,000 Australian dollars in one day. Not bad. But here's also where I would say the real passive income is on this side of the conversation. It's in the profit share. Now, the profit share, as you can see here with Elite, it's 19%, Magnets 20.5, Mythos 22, and so on. What's happening here, and this is why this is very much an affiliate company, not an MLM, right? Because the big difference that I know with the industry is an MLM, you're never going to outrank your sponsor. Here, people can outrank you. If you haven't got the rank requirements, in that space, you can have people outrank you in that space. Now, actually, Robin actually just hit Magnet. I'm on Magnet, and so she just hit the same rank as me. So in that leg, with the profit share in that space, I'm no longer seeing that income come to me. It's going directly to Robin. So this is why we want to teach our people to always stay 1 to 2 ranks above our people. So they're strategically building, and we're all winning together, creating this rising tides raise all ships conversation. So we're all teaching, what we're learning through this environment to help people set them up strategically for success in this space. So between, let's say Magnet and Elite, right? That's what, 1.5%. So I'm only seeing that 1.5%. If I'm a Magnet and there's Elites in my team, I'm only seeing that 1.5% in that profit share. Now, if I'm a Magnet and I've got the next rank as a Prime, well, what's that? 17.5 to, that's what, 3%. Profit share that I'm seeing daily. So that's where you start to see the $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 days, depending on what rank, even like the $100, $200, $300 days in itself, starting to come in just from the profit share in that space if you're doing this strategically, right? Now, if you've got any more questions around that, please come along to one of our Fund Your Bot calls in that space. They're hosted on a Monday to Thursday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The link for that is www.fundyourbot.com. They're a really great place to get started, get activated, and learn how to leverage the strategy on building here in this space as well. Crypto 101 basics, strategic building in that, anything we can do to support you to be successful, right? Because this whole environment, it really is a leadership environment. It's about empowering and equipping people so we all rise together in that space. So Aurum also does its own corporate, events. They just had an event in July. I know Leanne and Josh were at Turkey and Antalya in that space, doing this amazing event there. They had an event in the Maldives. Just recently, they also had the Dubai event at the beginning of the year. They've got another event coming up in October. I believe that one's hosted in Bali. And so they've got all these amazing events, and Aurum's all speaking around the global stages here. A lot of the crypto events. We've got an event happening in Australia in, I believe it's November, late November, the Australian CryptoCon. Aurum will be there representing as one of the industry leaders in that space. They'll have a booth there. So they've been at the Paris blockchain and quite a few of the other notable, stages. As I say, Brian gets invited to speak on the Forbes Financial Council, the Satoshi Roundtable, all around the globe on all these certain topics around in the blockchain DeFi space. So, guys, that's all I have for tonight. It's been my absolute pleasure to be your guide on this journey. And so, we've walked you through the XAI bot, we've walked you through the Nero agent, and we've walked you through the real world assets bots in that space as well, and the partner program. Please reach out to the person who invited you to on this conversation. I look forward personally to, helping you, support you, and get you run up to success. We've got some amazing leaders who are doing just that, and we're really creating a beautiful ecosystem here for people to, go and leverage this amazing product. So thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to be your guide on this journey. And I look forward to seeing you on one of our many calls. Bye for now.